Good morning everyone, Ally here from Next Chapter Homestead. Today we're going to be working in the garden. Right, so this is the vegetable patch at the moment. We've got 4 eggplants that are surviving, but we're not sure if they're going to make the winter. The plan is to prune them back, just open up the airflow again, because obviously they've grown since the last time we've done that. Come through here and remove all the weeds that we possibly can, and we are going to pull out this paprika as well as these two to make space for new vegetables going in here. And we want to clear this space over here just to plant the garlic and some peas up against this fence. And then on this little piece here, for this section over here, I'm going to actually pull out the tomatoes over here because their season is now done, and I'm going to plant sweet peas on the inside of the garden, but on this mesh panel here, so that they have somewhere to creep up. The plan ideally is to remove this fence that divides the two gardens and make it so that it is possible for us to walk through the garden, making more efficient use of the space. I've removed all the tiebacks and all the loose strings. I have removed the beans that were growing in this container and up the pillar. I don't know that we'll be growing anything else in there other than what currently is in the pot. The gooseberry is going to stay where it is as far as I know. This area here is designated to garlic, and just along the fence here is where my beans will go. Looking good so far. Next step is to come through this particular area over here, clean out all the weeds, move across, pull out all the weeds here, remove this particular Swiss chard, and clean up in and amongst the lettuce. I'm going to keep this little lettuce, but not in the ground here. I'm actually going to end up transplanting this a little bit later into some of those containers that we've started. Ladies enjoying some garden scraps. So essentially what I've done is all the weeds and all the lettuce leaves that I've picked that seemed a little bit like worse for wear, as well as the marigolds, I just throw those excess pieces over into the chicken coop, and the ladies deal with that for me. And they enjoy the treat, especially on days like today when they're not allowed out, because if I let them out they demolish what is left of the garden. So on garden days they normally stay in until the late afternoon, and then I let them out a little bit later. So while we're just visiting the girls, we're just going to check if there's any eggs for us today. I doubt it. Myrtle is only laying every second day. Oh, lucky us. We have an egg. Okay, so this one is a rubber egg. It's just to encourage her to lay. And then this one over here is Myrtle's actual egg. And this gives us so far a grand total of 13 eggs that she's laid. This is the garden so far, nice and neat. There are still a few more things to come out. For instance, this Swiss chard is covered in mildew, powdery mildew. So I'm going to pull it out. And then obviously take care of these weeds here. And then we have this entire space here to start planting our seedlings into. This is what the garden currently looks like. So the plan is to now fill this area, move our table, get it where we want that, and then fill this area with all the terracotta type pots first, and then we'll see what we have left. And if I move them now while they're light, we can put them in place and use the potting soil bags that we have left over with a mix of compost to fill them all. That way.
Yeah, I'll swing this way. Just watch out for the pole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of a view do you have from the sun?
Yeah, it's the view. Yeah, it's a good view. And your side?
Mine is a good view. I know that. Just to draw your attention to security.
can say is that is a horrible way of storing.
Sorry, I'm going to start. Listen, do you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, please, that would be nice. Okay. Let's see. Just putting loose material, small sticks and twigs, little pieces of bark in the bottom of the pots to increase the drainage. The pots only have one little hole, and I don't want them getting waterlogged and just land up with root rot and all sorts of problems that way. So it just helps increase the drainage if you have very coarse matter of different sizes in the bottom to help with water drainage. Making a bit of a mess, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You know this tub also needs, hey?
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
This is just a pre-existing lettuce that I dug out of the garden. It was getting a bit shaded, so I thought I'd put it in a pot and give it a little bit of sunlight. Alright, so we're trying something new. I have got some ranunculus and some freesias that I'm going to plant in these pots. Other way around though, like that. Let's get going. Well, let's hope we did that right. Hey guys, so we finally finished here, so I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour, show you what we managed to get done today. Okay, so as you come in the arch, we've got the first set of pots that include an echinacea, some sort of iris or lily, and the tree you just watched Duncan plant. Then along the edging of the vegetable patch, we've got containers. We opted to go with the green and turquoise because we thought that they would look a little less offensive than the pink and purple in the space. We've got all the herbs that we planted up the other day. On the side, we've got one of the containers that was against the chicken coop, so we're bringing it in so that it can be protected for the winter. Another echinacea, a lettuce, the bulbs we've planted in those two and in that container over there. Currently, as it stands, this one is still empty, and we'll be having a video on this pretty soon. Hey guys, so I just thought I'd pop in and say thanks for hanging out with us today in the garden. We really did appreciate you taking the time, and we enjoyed ourselves. We're going to have a cup of tea and we're going to unwind for the rest of the evening. Hope you have a great one. Bye.